this one, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Chicago Bears. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And, Charles, we've got two teams who know each other extremely well. These division games, they tend to be battles.
People scout like crazy in this league, but no one scouts more than within the division. Because if you win your division, you're automatically in the playoffs. That puts extra emphasis on these games, and they can't wait to get at each other.
It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. As we get a peek at the former #2 overall pick, Mitchell Trubisky.
I'm excited about seeing his progress because in his rookie year, he started somewhere around mid-season and carried it the rest of the way. And you saw improvement week after week. But they keep adding people around him, and when he plays on a team that has those weapons that you're looking for, those key guys, it'd be fun to see him run an offense as well as skillfully use his legs in order to gain some extra yardage too.
Now a play fake here on first down, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make this a second down. And now a look at the offense for Chicago.
At running back is Jordan Howard, who was an absolute revelation as a rookie, but he finished second to Ezekiel Elliott for the rushing title in 2016. And no sophomore slump for him at all. Followed it up with a second straight 1,000-yard season and finished 5th in the league in rushing.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
To the right side, complete to Miller. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And now look at him go. Past the 20. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Trubisky with a give to Howard. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On second down, Trubisky over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it will be third down. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
On third down, Trubisky. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And Parkey's kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they could look at positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 10th-year quarterback. This is his first season in his 30s. 30-year-old out of Georgia. It's Matthew Stafford.
One thing you ask for from your quarterback, improvement each and every season. You also ask for consistency. Matthew Stafford, 7 straight years over 4,000 yards passing. He's still looking for that initial playoff victory during his tenure, but I think that he's been leading them towards it and has a chance to get it in the upcoming future.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 21.
22. 11, 11. Double, set.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He gets this one to Bruce Ellington. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that's complete to Luke Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Now a first down throw. Stafford eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Well, let's take a step back and look league-wide here, Charles. What contender do you think is in the most trouble through 6 weeks? I would not have thought Jacksonville a couple of weeks ago, but, boy, very flat performances against KC and Dallas.
Yeah, we expect them to be a dominant team on the defensive side of the ball week in and week out, and Dallas just shredded them in their game on Sunday. But I don't think Jacksonville's in as much trouble as maybe Denver is. Denver's 2-4. 4 straight losses, and Kansas City setting a heck of a pace in the AFC West. Vance Joseph's a second-year coach in Denver. Many thought he wouldn't return after last year. Got a second opportunity. This isn't helping him. And last but not least, if we're talking about this group of people, how about the Atlanta Falcons? They're also 2-4, but they got a much-needed win against Tampa Bay on Sunday. If we knew they could get their defensive players back, I'd like them a lot more. They've got a tough road ahead of them, but Matt Ryan, he can help equalize things out.
To throw is Stafford. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. And that is going to be incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, switching gears for a second, let's talk about all the offense that's been going on around the league.
Yes, please. Let's do it.
We've had 3 games where each team has scored 40 points. That didn't happen all of last year. And the most recent example, Week 6, that incredible 43-40 Pats win over the Chiefs.
A lot of people talk about when you make rules changes or you emphasize certain things that you have unintended consequences. Let's not kid ourselves. This was the intended consequence. Open up offenses, more scoring. We're seeing that, and we're seeing it, and fans are loving it. Defensive coordinators are hating it, but fans are loving it. And how about Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, that New England-Kansas City game? Big throw for big throw, touchdown for touchdown, and Brady guides them to a field goal to win it in the end.
Yeah, the elder statesman, because Patrick Mahomes was just 5 years old when Tom Brady threw his first touchdown pass in the NFL. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Sheds off the tackle. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. He's going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Now the Bears' 6th-round pick in 2014, Pat O'Donnell on to punt. So out now come the Lions. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Stafford on 1st down. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. On first down, it's Stafford. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. To throw on second down is Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Just beating the play clock. Stafford being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down. So they will go for it. Stafford buying time to his... Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Tease Tabor. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now it's Stafford. Flushed out. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
So after that sequence, if we're watching both teams' defenses, didn't it feel like a revolving door? One's on, they think they're off for a while. The other has to come on, they think they're on for a while. Then they're off, here comes the other one. Just kept turning the ball over. They've got to cut that out.
The screen pass here to Cohen. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, here's Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Harkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. Here's Powell on the return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. The final shot before the break, Stanford. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here's Powell on the return. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On 2nd and 10, Stafford dancing to his left. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Flush to his right. And he locates Luke Wilson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Stafford to the former Seahawk Wilson for Lions first. On 1st down, Stafford here. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Forced out to his left. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for a loss on the play. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Set, waiting.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Here's Sam Martin now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Back now at Ford Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They go with Howard again. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. They go counter with Howard, and he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Here's Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Again, it's Howard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
10.
Back to throw. Oh, he lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. One last throw here for Stafford. He's going to let it fly. Complete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.